trying to feed your family, and you get yourself a breeding colony, and you're going to put them in the pond, and you know, you're hoping to get some fish out of it. So what happens with these fish is they get in there, and they're just happy, you know, delighted to be in the nice fish pond that you provided for them, and they've got nice food and everything, and they're just thriving there. Now, so they spawn, and now they have their, you know, they're 500 per female offspring, you know, now they're spawning. Now at 4 months of age, those fish now are also ready to spawn, because they mature really young. Now, 4 months old, how big are they? Okay, so yeah, so fry on fingerlings are, you know, this big, and now how big is your fish, or how long do you have now?
They are running about 3 inches to 4.
Okay, so they're 4 months old now this big. So eating size is this big, right? Okay, so they're not big enough to eat yet, and now they're spawning. So now they're spawning, and so now you've got however many times, another 500, and now and then another 4 months later. So in other words, you're hoping at the end of the year to have some nice big fish to eat. And what do you have? You have a pond full of little tiny stunted fish. And your pond's ruined. Nothing you can eat. You can't eat fish this big. Just all, right? So it's ruined. You have to drain it and start over. So for a guy in this situation, what can he do? Well, wow. He's got to somehow take those females out of action or something. So then you're stuck with trying to sex the fish. So I'm visualizing myself doing it. So if you were to see me doing this, I'd have my magnifier goggles on, my special scientific magnifier goggles, you know, the kind that go up like this and down here. I got my light going, and I have a special stain that I use. And I have my towel and my gloves, and I'm staining them to see, is it a male or female, and then I check them 3 times. And by the way, these are big fish, because I can't really tell them a small fish. 4 months old, big fish. I'm trying to tell. I check them 3 times and I make mistakes. Okay, so in other words, you can't just flip them over and see what kind they are. They look the same. It's really hard to tell. So this poor guy, the solution was you feed him some male hormone in the first 30 days and you make them all male. So a guy that's in that situation in some third world country who's trying to feed his family is going to give them some male hormone for 30 days in their feed to turn them all male so he can actually get some food for his family. Okay, I'm okay with that. But why is it that fish farms in Southern California don't have something better at their disposal to do this? Because, by the way, they do. And it's not FDA approved. They also use medications not FDA approved, okay, at the fish farms. Okay, so this is a problem. So now what? So what I always want you to know is that these fish can be raised anywhere. I am really convinced you can raise them anywhere in the world if you know how. You can raise them really simply if you know how. And you can raise them at home if you care to. If you want to.
How successful are they in Canada?
How successful are they?
You said they were raised in Canada. How successful are they raising in Canada?
Oh, well, you know, Canada's got really inexpensive electricity because they've got hydropower.
Okay.
And they need to get green. I mean, they have winter time there. It gets cold. So they've got.
I'm from 45 miles south of the Canadian border, so I'm trying to figure out how do I take this.
Okay, my dad was from Ontario,
so I'm trying to figure out how do I.
So there's greenhouses. They have greenhouses, and they've got electricity, so they can heat the water, and then they do it all in greenhouses. Okay. So that's
geothermal too. A lot of them use geothermal heat.
Okay, well, geothermal too. There you go. And that's what the fish farms are out in the Salton Sea because they have geothermal water. Okay, so. So, now, I want to also talk about the health benefits of eating fish. What other benefit is there of eating fish? The one other thing I wanted to mention is about how many of you have heard about omega-3. Omega-3. Okay, so are tilapia a good source of omega-3?
Yes.
They're not as good as salmon. But are they also a bad source? In other words, are they also a source of omega-6, which is bad? How many of you have heard that? How many of you heard that eating tilapia, that tilapia are high in omega-6 and this is bad? Okay, well what's omega-6? It's something that's bad. So far right now is supposedly bad, right? Well, omega-6 is a pro-inflammatory, whereas omega-3 is supposed to help your heart. Omega-6 is pro-inflammatory. And the cattle have this problem, right? Cattle are high in omega-6, right? So, how do cattle get high in omega-6? Because they feed them corn. So, wow, how do you think tilapia get high in omega-6? Feed them corn. If you don't feed them corn, they're not high in omega-6. So it makes a difference what you feed them. And it turns out that you can boost their omega-3. In the same way, how many of you have seen the omega-3 eggs in the store? And they feed how they get those is they feed the hens ground flaxseed. And that boosts the omega-3. And I found the research study where they fed ground flax to trout. If you feed ground flax to your tilapia, it boosts their omega-3. And it just happens to be that tilapia love ground flax. And we also feed them duckweed, which is a water plant that you can propagate. So, why raise tilapia in your own backyard? It's a great addition to an organic garden or growing plants in water, the hydroponics. They're relatively easy to grow for beginners, and they're a great homegrown source of protein. You can control the water quality and the food quality, and the result is an excellent quality food. And if you like fish tacos, yum yum. So do you like to eat tilapia? Has everybody eaten tilapia?
Yes.
Okay, so I do recommend for people that are thinking about raising them that you might try eating them first. You know, go to the restaurant or something and try it first before you get into it. Because believe it or not, I have people who say they want to try it who haven't even tasted them yet. Anyhow, if you have questions about raising them, or if I might be able to help with a quick solution or something, you're welcome to email me. And I do have just a quick few pictures. Do we still have just a couple minutes? So I have a quick few pictures that I brought to just show you. This is my little lettuce operation.
How many acres do you have now?
I'm on a double house lot in Golden Hill. I've got a 50-foot greenhouse. I have about 5,000 fish. And I've got these lettuce beds. These are 16-foot by 4-foot lettuce beds. And I've got 5,000, have you seen that? I've got 5,000 heads of lettuce in production. And I'm selling at the farmer's market. And I'd love to show other people how to do it. And I am interested in co-op growers. So this is all growing in water. These are rafts that are made out of rigid insulation. We drill holes in there and float them in there. There's no ebb and flow. They're just floating in water. Yeah. Yes.
Why do you only grow lettuce? Why don't you try other crops?
You know why lettuce? If you aren't growing plants now, the reason why lettuce is so good. Lettuce is very easy to germinate. It germinates really fast, 3 days or 4 days. It's really fast and it grows to a full size in 4 weeks. It's really fast to grow. And you know, it's really hard. If they don't grow it in Yuma, Arizona, or Salinas, California, we don't have it in the market. Now, they used to grow locally, but almost very, very little lettuce is grown locally in San Diego now. Very little. And it's very, if you want some delicate butter lettuce, you know, the kind they put in the plastic clamshell that costs $4, well, that's part of what I'm growing. I'm growing that butter lettuce. Is that good? Oh, yeah. Very easy to grow. This isn't that, but that's a lettuce mix. But yeah, this very premium stuff is very delicate. It cannot be transported a long distance. It's not set up for shipping. So it's a good product for local. Yeah.
Do you put your pond water from your fish in there? Is that what they're setting in?
This is not fish water. This is my number 2. This is my step 1 of just using nutrient. It's organically grown. I use a Cornell University method. I think I mentioned I had a master's from Cornell. I'm using a Cornell University method, organic nutrient. And I'll show you a picture of where I'm setting up a test bed where I will be using fish water. I'll show you a system. Yeah.
Yeah, I was wondering how you keep the bugs from eating it all.
I use as soon as you go 12 inches up, you lose a lot of bugs. And then I spray it with a soap mixture of a glycerin soap, 2 tablespoons of glycerin soap in a gallon of water. And this takes care of the aphids and kills the bugs. I don't really have a bug problem. Yeah.
So you said you're currently not using the fish water in your operation?
I'm not. I have one bed where I'm going to have fish water.
If you did use the fish water, is there, any